Kunja Vihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Gopijana Vallabha Girivara Dhari Gopijana Vallabha Girivara Dhari Yashoda Nandana Brajajana Ranjana Yashoda Nandana Brajajana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Banachari Yamuna Tira Banachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Jaya Krishna Balaram Krishna Balaram Jaya Krishna Balaram जय राधे श्याम राधे श्याम राधे श्याम जय राधे श्याम जय नरसिंह देव जय नरसिंह देव नरसिंह देव जय नरसिंह देव जय प्रहलाद महाराज प्रहलाद महाराज प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय निताई गौरचंद्र जय निताई गौरचंद्र जय निताई गौरचंद्र जय निताई गौरचंद्र जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद जय जय गुरुदेव 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 जय शिल गुरुदेव ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की समवेत गौर भक्त वृंद की ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयत्मुदीरये नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवते उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नंदनाय च नंदगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः जन्मादियस्य यतन्वयादितरतश्चार्तेष्वभिघ्नस्वराट् तेने ब्रह्महृदयादिकवये मूयन्ति यत् सूरया तेजो वारिमृदां यथा विनिमयो यत्र त्रिसर्गो मृषा धाम्ना स्वेन सदा निरस्तकुहकं सत्यं परं धीमहि धर्माप्रोजितकैतवत्र परमो निर्मत्सराणां सतां वेद्यं वास्तवत्र वस्तु शिवदं तापोत्रयन्मूलनं श्रीमद्भागवते महामुनिकृते किं वा पररीश्वरा सद्यो हृदयवृद्ध्यत्र कृतिभिः शुश्रूषुभिस्तक्षणात् निगमकल्पतरोर्गलितं फलं शुकमुखादमृतद्रं संयुतं पिबत भागवतं रसमालयं मुहुरवो रसिका भुवि भावुका ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः मुखं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दीनतारिणं परमानन्दमाधवं नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadhi Paschat Deshatarine. Nityanandamaham Naumi Sarvanandakaram Param Harinama Pradam Devam Avaduta Shiromanim Anandalila Maya Vigrahaya Hemamba Divya Chavisundaraya Tasmai Mahaprem Rasa Pradaya Chaitanya Chandraya Namo Namaste Panchatattvatmakam Krishna Bhaktarupa Swarupakam Bhaktavatar Bhaktakyam Namami Bhakta Shaktikam Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. So yesterday we discussed about questions by Shaunak Adi Rishi. Shaunak Adi means Shaunak ji is there, the prominent one, and Adi means so many other 88,000 rishis. They put forward very interesting questions about life of Shukdev Goswami Maharaj Parikshit, and Suta Goswami now begins his reply. Dvapare samanu prapte tratiya yoga paryaye jata parasharat yogi vyasa vyam kalaya hare. So usually what happens, Satya comes, then Treta comes, then Dwapar comes, then Treta comes, then Kaliyuga comes. Okay. But Suta Goswami is saying, Dwapare samanu praptit tritiya yuga paryaye. It so happened that that by the arrangement of the Lord, it so happened that the second millennium overlapped the third, and the great sage Vyasadeva was born to Parashara Muni in the womb of Satyavati. Satyavati was a fisherwoman. Parashara Muni was the greatest of the yogis, greatest of the devotees. And from their union, Srila Vyasadeva was born. Now, Vyasadeva has a very interesting name, Krishna Dvaipayana Vyas. Why Krishna? Because he is Krishna himself actually. That's why the title Krishna is there with him as well. Dvaipayana, he was born in between the two islands, two dvipas. And his name is Vyasa because he divided one Veda into four. That's why Vyasa. So Krishna Dvaipayan Vyasa. So once upon a time, Vyasadeva, where was he sitting? Now, if you ever get a chance to go to the Himalayas, there is a place called as Badrika Ashram, famously known as Badrinath. And at that very place, from the main Badrinath temple, there is a village, Managaon. That is the last village of India, last or the first village of India, whatever you called. In that village, there is a place which is on the banks of river Saraswati, very, very beautiful place. If you see, Europe is very, very beautiful with its scenic beauty, but not in compared to Badrika Ashram. If you go to Badrika Ashram, Saraswati flows there, and on the banks of river Saraswati, there is the ashram of Vyasadeva. So, once upon a time, when the sun rose, Vyasadeva took his morning ablutions in water, and he was concentrating. Now, sages, when they are sages means they are living for others. there are sadhus, saintly people. They don't live for themselves. Their life is meant for others' well-being. So the great sage Vyasadeva, when he saw in future the Kali Yuga is going to come, he saw anomalies in the duties of the millennium. And this happens because of the time personified. Because after Satyuga has a nature, Treta has a nature, Dwapar has a nature, and Kali Yuga also has its nature, and people get influenced by that nature. And the influence of Kali Yuga is that the age is very less, and in that less amount of time we have, people are so much engrossed in doing worldly things, not interested in spiritual life. They want sense enjoyment more and more. There are more opportunities also given to them for enjoying. So Vedavyas saw that people's mind is getting degraded, and he was worried because he was fully equipped with knowledge, and he had a transcendental vision. He was always thinking of the benefit of the people. How can I benefit the people in coming in age of Kali? We as devotees, why do we do Sankirtan? Why do we go and distribute books? We have this understanding about Krishna consciousness. We have Srimad Bhagavatam. We are very happy with ourselves, content with ourselves. But no, devotees are not content with themselves. They go out of their box, out of their comfort zone, and they go and distribute books on the streets. They travel, they preach. For what purpose? For benefiting others. So Vyasadeva also was thinking of how can I benefit the people in the age of Kali. And he had this transcendental vision. And he was seeing that everything is going to deteriorate in the coming age of Kali. And he could also see that people are going to be faithless. There are very, very less people in this whole world who are actually have faith. Prabhu was talking about faith yesterday. So very, very less people have faith. Even amongst the devotees, having unflinching faith in the Supreme Lord. The unflinching faith means the faith in which does not deteriorate or does not affect in any material circumstances. That unflinching faith in any material situation, that devotee's faith is intact, and it doesn't affect. So Vedavyas saw, he could see that people are going to be faithless, and their duration of the life is going to be reduced and reduced and reduced. We hardly have 100 years of life, to be very, very honest with ourselves. We don't have 100 years of life. Now itself we are drained out. Now our energy level are so low right now that we ourselves are drained out right now. So, and people are going to be impatient. Why? Because of lack of goodness. And that's why he was contemplating on the welfare of the people. Saintly people, they're always thinking of the welfare of others. The rishis at Naimisharanya, they're performing sacrifice for the welfare of others. Parishit Maharaj, he had 7 days with him. He was asking questions not on his behalf. He was asking on everybody's behalf. He know that his life is perfect because Shukadeva Goswami is sitting, he is hearing Bhagavatam, and he is going to attain perfection. There is no doubt. He had no doubt in that. But now he was putting forward questions to Shukadeva Goswami which will benefit everyone. And there are so many people who assembled there in that Parishit Maharaj's assembly. They were not all of them were devotees. There are people of different faith also. Some of them were impersonal Brahman. Some of them had faith in Paramatma. Somebody had no faith in at all. So all kinds of rishis were there. And Parishit Maharaj was inquiring so many things. not just for himself, but for everybody else. In the 10th canto, when Shukdev Goswami explained about Rasa Leela, he got very Parishad Maharaj put a question. And it was such a mundane question. Shukdev Goswami got angry on Parishad. You, 9 cantos I taught you. And 10th canto, you stupid, you're asking me this question? You idiot. He chastised him. But actually, Parishad Maharaj asked because there were people who might doubt that how Krishna is performing Rasa Leela and enjoying with 16,100 gopis. So this doubt will also come in the people in future. So to answer those doubts, Parishad Maharaj is asking questions. So actually, Srimad Bhagavatam is full of questions and answers. Shaunagadi Rishi asking questions, Sud Goswami answering. Then Maharaj Parishad asking, Shukdev Goswami replying. Then if you go further, Narad Muni is asking question to Brahma, Brahma is replying. Go further, then Maitreya Muni and Vidura conversation. Maitreya Muni is asking question, Vidura is asking question, Maitreya is replying. Go to the 4th canto, 5th canto, wherever we go in the Srimad Bhagavatam, they are full of questions and answers. In our life also, from morning, since we get up till night we go to sleep, our life is full of questions and answers, isn't it? We are asking questions and seeking answers, and asking questions, seeking answers, asking questions, seeking answers. Throughout the day we do that. The lawyers in the court, they are the same. They put forward questions and they seek answers. The businessmen do the same. The birds, they also are the chirping. What is they're chirping? They're making sound. What is that? They're talking to each other. They're also asking questions to each other. The dogs, the animals, the beasts, everyone, wherever we are, wherever we see around, everyone is asking questions. In the material world of the schools, colleges, the students ask questions, the teacher replies. This goes on. Life changes when the subject matter of the questions and answer is Krishna. Till the time the subject matter of our discussion, if our questions is the material world, then we are here in the material world. And when we start inquiring about Krishna from sadhus, from the saintly people, that's where our life transcends. We are ready to transcend this modes of material nature. We're ready for it. Now Vedavyasi was thinking, how will I help? Because he was, the devatas, when they see us, they feel very pity on us. Then what are they enjoying? The filthy world. Because they have such luxurious life. When we see the pigs, what do you feel? Disgusted, right? Man, eating stool. That same feeling devatas they have for us. The feeling which we have by looking at the pigs, the same feelings the devatas they have for us, that human beings, dirty fellows. So, now Vedavyasi was thinking, how can I help these people who are engrossed in, like pigs, engrossed in the material world. Now, so he saw that the sacrifice which are mentioned in the Vedas, there was only one Veda initially, Yajurveda. Only one Veda. And the sacrifice mentioned in the Vedas what was the purpose of writing the Vedas? The purpose was that people's occupation will be purified. People's occupation, general people should get guidance in how they can perform their activities as per their nature and become purified, perfect in existence. In simple terms, what is described in the Vedas? This is described. Now, to even the scholars at that time, all the great Brahmanas, all the great rishis, when they used to get this big Yajurved, everything was in the Yajurved only. They used to think, "Hey, baapre, such a challenge." Huh? And to find someone who is a scholar in Yajurved was very difficult. There were only certain section of the Yajurved where someone was able to do some justice to that. So this was a situation of the great rishis, maharshis. They had no entrance into Yajurved. And Vedavyas wrote this Veda for the benefit of the people. And even scholars or great rishis, they have no entrance in that. So Vedavyas thought, I will have to do something. So Vedavyas ji, he simplified the process. He divided one Veda into 4. He made parts. And then what did he do? The 4 divisions of the original sources, Veda, was divided into 4. That's why his name is Veda Vyas. Vyas means dividing. He divided the Vedas into 4. That's why his name is Veda Vyas. And he also wrote, there is something called as 5th Veda. The Puranas and the Mahabharata are called as 5th Veda. Now, the essence of the Vedas, when it is explained in the story form, I'll say, instead of story, I'll say history. History. Puranas means Puranic history. Old histories of different millenniums. Mahabharata is very recent. If you see, Mahabharata is very recent history. Puranas means history, it also has history, but of various ages, various millenniums. So, that is Pancham Ved, 5th Veda. What? Puranas and Itihasas. Now, Vedavyasji thought that I alone, it is very difficult for me to propagate these 4 Vedas also. How will I propagate? It has to go to masses. The Puranas, 18 Puranas he compiled. Mahabharata he compiled. Mahabharata is the greatest work. Greatest. It's very special work. Even Vedavyas was proud of it, that he could do something like this, something like Mahabharata. He was proud of it. And it was not easy. It is not easy giving the essence of the Vedas through the realistic histories of the life of people and connecting them to the essence of the Vedas. It's not easy, so that people in the world can benefit. Because people like stories. People like story. People like to hear stories. They want to know, wow. Okay. So when they get to learn the essence of the Vedas through story form, through histories, they love it. Now Vedavyasji thought, then I cannot do it. I need to propagate this. So he gave to his 4 to 5 disciples. He made them the HODs. Let's say Vedavyasa's university is there, and he appointed Paile Rishi. He made him the professor of Rigaveda. Jaimini Muni, he made him the professor of Samaveda. Vaishampayan Muni, he told him, your responsibility is Yajurved. And then Sumanta Muni Angira, he was given the responsibility of Atharvaved. And Sutta Goswami is saying, now this Sutta Goswami is giving this to 88,000 rishis. This discussion is going on in Naimisharanya. Sutta Goswami is saying, my father, Romaharshana, he was given the responsibility of Puranas and Itihasas. That same Romaharshana yesterday we discussed, he was killed by Balram. He was given the responsibility of distributing this culture of Puranas and Itihasas. Now, all these great scholars, they entrusted this knowledge, this divine knowledge, to their disciples, to the grand disciples, and it further went on and on and on. That's how the Vedas came into existence, and that's why how it was spread. In simple term, any knowledge which is available today in the material world, so-called philosophies also, they have some connection with the original Vedas. Nobody can claim that they have founded something. Can someone say that I have created something? No, because he is using the ingredients of the material nature which is created by the Lord. Similarly, whatever knowledge which is available today in the world, it has to have some connection with the original Vedas. There cannot be any philosophy, any knowledge available in the world it should have some connection. It might be concocted version, they might be propagating concocted version, but it must have some connection with the Vedas. Now, the great sage Vyasadeva, he was very, very kind to the ignorant masses. And he wanted to help further, because there are still less classes of people, right? Less intelligent people. For them, he wrote Mahabharata. So that anybody can read, anybody can understand Vedas. So that Mahabharata is everything actually. Whatever is needed for a human being is everything is dharma, artha, kama, moksha. Everything is there in Mahabharata. One needs political guidance, one will get in Mahabharata. Economical guidance, one will get in Mahabharata. One will get the knowledge of Artha Shastra, one will get in Mahabharata. How to rule the world, it will get in Mahabharata. If there is nothing which is not there in Mahabharata. Actually, it is said that Bhagavad and Mahabharata, two combined, are sufficient for a human being to attain perfection in his life. Actually, this Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devyam Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jaya Mudirayet. This is actually, it was meant for Mahabharata. If you see in Mahabharata also, this is Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devyam Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jaya Mudirayet. So that is, this is Jaya means it is actually meant for Mahabharata. This I had a discussion on this with at Badrika Ashram, the scholar, the Brahmana who sits serving the Vedavyas. I had a long discussion with him on so many subject matters. So one of the discussion was this Narayana Namaskritam verse. Because there Naranarayan Rishi also recites there. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam. There in Badrika Ashram, there is a deity of Naranarayan Rishi. They are still there doing tapasya. There is Saraswati Nadi, Saraswati river is there. So Mother Saraswati also resides there. Vedavyas himself resides there. So he was saying that this is originally meant for Mahabharata. Because that was his last work. Vedavyas thought that my final endeavor for the benefit of the human being is Mahabharata. And Vedavyas put his heart out into it. He really put his heart into it. Now, after doing everything for the benefit of the world, Vedavyasa's heart was not satisfied inside. He was dissatisfied. Imagine 4 lakh verses he wrote. After writing 4 lakh verses, Vedavyas was not satisfied. Dividing one Veda into 4, and so there are different sections in Vedas also. If I can just describe those four Vedas, it will take 7 days. Just the description itself will take so many days. What is in those 4 Vedas? And just we will just touch, not just discuss it, just touch what is in the 4 Vedas, just discuss the topics. It is so elaborate. 4 lakh verses our Veda Vyaji wrote, and still he was not satisfied. And he began to reflect. When things are not working in our lives, we should start reflecting what is going wrong in my life. If we are not happy within our heart, externally we are doing so many things, but within our heart we are not happy. We should try to reflect on what is it which is troubling us. Because he knew the essence of the religion. He said to himself that, I know what is the essence of religion. And still I am not satisfied. Vedavyas is telling to himself that I have under strict disciplinary norms. I have worshipped the Vedas. I have worshipped the spiritual master. I have worshipped the Agnidev. I have followed all the rules and regulations a person need to follow strictly. Imagine Vedavyas following. We not following, Vedavyas following all these things. We might have, our version of doing things. But Vedavyas was, he was doing everything perfectly well. And he's telling that I have given the import of the disciplic succession through the explanation of Mahabharata, so that even a child or even a woman, even a person of the lowest class, Chandala also, Shudra also, if he gets to know Mahabharata, if he hears Mahabharata, reads Mahabharata, he can see the path of religion. He will start following dharma. Even Chandala also, if he gets an opportunity, even his life will be transformed. But Vedavyas is saying, why I am even after writing Mahabharata, why I am still incomplete? And although I am equipped with everything, all the knowledge of the Vedas I am equipped with, I am not an ordinary soul. Vedavyas knew that he was not an ordinary person. And then he was asking to himself, what has gone wrong in Mahabharata? Inside, Paramatma is talking to him. Now, this is Paramatma, when you are alone, actually Supreme Lord is giving us instructions 24 hours. Yes, 24 hours the Lord is giving us instructions, indications. It is we who are not able to connect with the Lord in the heart. Try to understand this. There are sages, there are personalities that take guidance from the Paramatma and execute their every activity. And one of the biggest example is Yamaraj. When a soul comes in front of Yamaraj, how do you think Yamaraj answers that? What punishment has to be given to that person? Paramatma in the heart dictates to Yamaraj, Arey, this is Brajsundar Das. Oh, he has to go to all the 28 hellish planets. So who gives the indications? The Lord in the heart indicates to Yamaraj. Yamaraj is not Supreme Lord. He might be witnesser of the activity, but what has to be done with whom? All those calculations, who knows? The Lord. In Ajamil's pastimes, in Ajamil's, Prabhupada writes this in the purport. So 24 hours the Lord is there, is helping us as well. But we are not able to connect with the Lord, because we need training for that. To take guidance from Paramatma in the heart, we need to be trained by a sadhu who is taking guidance from the Paramatma. The training is essential, that guidance is essential. So here, Vedavyas is trying to connect with himself, means he is trying to connect with the Lord in the heart. And then he was trying to come to the understanding what is going on. He was understanding that I think I did not specifically point out the devotional service of the Lord, which is very, very dear to the Paramhamsas, which is very, very dear to the Supreme Lord. I think the missing point is that I did not, because the essence of everything must culminate in devotional service. And I think that is missing in Mahabharata. At that time, Vedavyas was despondent. He was not just dissatisfied with himself. He was actually lamenting that now what should I do? Who will guide me? Vedavyas. After writing 4 lakh verses, that's his situation. After writing 4 lakh verses, he was not happy. And then he prayed to the Lord within his heart, please guide me. Please guide me, my dear Lord. Whenever we are sincerely want to endeavor on the path of becoming a pure and unalloyed devotee of the Lord, at that time, as Krishna Prem Rupa also said yesterday, Paramatma in the heart assumes the form and comes in front of that person as Sri Guru. That crying is very, very important. We are not crying for it. We are not crying for association of Premi Bhaktas. We think that there is no Premi Bhakta. That is a problem. We think there is no pure devotee around. We think like this. If the sun is rising, if the moon is rising, if Anantashesh is holding the Bhumandala and earth is functioning very nicely, it is because of only 2 reasons. If this universe is functioning on its own, it's nicely functioning, it is only because of 2 reasons. Either the Supreme Lord is on the planet or his pure devotees are on the planet. Everything is going on. The pure devotees are always on the planet. There is never a time when sadhus are not there. They are rare. They are rare. Pure unalloyed devotees are the rare. They are the rarest, I'll say. But they're always there. We don't have. And you know what? Sadhus are the seers. But we want to see them. We want to see. We want to, through our thermometer, we want to test them. It doesn't work. If we are sincerely want to get association of Premi Bhaktas, then we should cry. Cry in front of the Lord. And the Lord will reveal a sadhu. Just like there are various stages in Madhurya Kadamani explains that there are various stages in bhakti. At every stage, we need help. And Krishna arranges that. Why? Because Krishna knows in the heart when we are sincerely hankering. After a 7th standard, there is an 8th standard. 8th standard is 9th standard. Arrangement is there. Similarly, when you reach to a certain stage, we have to go to the next stage. So Lord arranges. The Lord in the heart arranges. A sadhu who will train us, guide us. Our problem is we're not hankering for it. Because somehow in our heart we see there is nobody like that. We should give that up, give up that idea and sincerely pray to Narasimhadev. Gaurnitai, please send someone who can train us, who can train me up, who can guide me up on the path of unalloyed devotional service. So Vedavyas was praying. Imagine Vedavyas was praying. And the Lord in the heart took the form and appeared in front of him. And guess who came? Srila Narad Muni appeared there. Narad Muni reached the cottage of Krishnadevaya and Vyas. And where Vedavyas was regretting his defects. To some extent, Vedavyas concluded within his heart, I have committed a grave, big mistake. till that time, he was proud of his work of Mahabharata. And then the first indication comes from the heart. The Lord is indicating to him, you are a stupid, foolish person. And then he wanted to confirm that he did that stupidity. So he was praying that, please let someone come and chastise me and correct me. Even Vedavyas himself was praying like that. And as soon as Vedavyas saw Srila Narad Muni coming there, he got up from his position, stood up from his position, and he offered worship to Narad Muni, just like one worships the Supreme Lord. Just like we worship the Narasimhadev, right? Same worship he offered to Narad Muni. Same. And Narad Muni, how was Narad Muni's response to Vedavyas? Narad Muni was smiling. Narad Muni was smiling, and he saw Vedavyas' situation, and he knew the cause of Vedavyas' disappointment. So he came there, he was smiling, he accepted the service, and his smile told everything, that he knew what was Vedavyas' problem. And Vedavyas was disappointed. His disappointment was because of his insufficiency in presenting the science of devotional service in Mahabharata. There is one thing lacking in Mahabharata, and that is the most prominent thing, was the science of devotional service. That was missing in Mahabharata, and that's why this whole book had no meaning in one sense. After 84 lakh species, one gets human form of life, and a soul to transmigrate in that 84 lakh species, it takes him 1.25 crore years. And after transmigrating through this 84 lakh species, imagine 84 lakh species means in every species he has to spend some time. In the body of a dog, he spends some years. In the body of a cat, he spends some years. In the body of a tiger, lion, elephant, giraffe, there are so many of them, and there are so many tiny species also. Mosquito also. There's so many flies are there, so many varieties of species are there, and this bichara jiva, this poor jiva, he has to spend 84 lakhs species to transmigrate. Poor soul spends 1.25 crore years. And after going through that, he gets human form of life, and then he gets a book like Mahabharata, which tells him, how can one enjoy the material world by following the so-called dharma? Now, Naradji is now saying to Vedavyas, he gave him a very elevated seat, and Vedavyas put his head onto the lotus feet of Naradji. And Narad Muni is saying, Parasharya Mahabhaga Bhavata Kachidatmanaha. He is saying that, O son of Parashara. How is he addressing Vedavyas? He is telling, O son of Parashar. Parashar Muni was a great unalloyed devotee of the Lord. So he is starting from there. He is now referring Vedavyas that what did you do? He is telling, remember your father. And addressing someone, because his father was a great devotee, and now what are you doing? Yeah, there is a way of expressing, when you want to explain someone, your Gurudev is such an elevated personality. And why are you engrossed in such filthy things? Why don't you simply follow your spiritual master's instruction and follow his path? That's the way the authorities explain the devotee when they want to help him, right? Why don't you simply follow your path of your spiritual master? So Vedavyas is Narad Muni. First thing he said, Parasharya Mahabhaga, means you are the son of Parashar Muni. And then he's saying, are you satisfied by identifying yourself on the bodily platform? I mean, you're doing something for the welfare of the people in general on the bodily platform. Try to understand. Mahabharata is very good, but for body and mind. So, this was a hint actually. This Narad Ji is given to Vedavyas before he could actually start chastising. He heavily chastises Narad Muni, Vedavyas. He is giving a start to him because Vedavyas was a descendant of Parashara Muni, a great powerful sage, and he had a great parentage. And being a great son of a great father, he should not have identified things on the body or the mind platform. He should have just done things for the benefit of the soul. He's saying, Narad is saying, your inquiries were good. Your studies were also, you are a very good scholar. You're not an ordinary person, Vedavyas. Not a good student. Perfect. And there is no doubt that you, for the benefit of the human beings, you have done a great work in the form of Mahabharata. You have put all your energy in everything. And you have explained the essence of the Vedas very elaborately, very nicely in the Mahabharata. Great work. Great work, Vedavyas. Now, despondency of Vyasadeva was certainly not because of his lack of knowledge. It was not. Because he was very powerful. He had understood. He knew Bhagavad Dharma very well. But still, he could not comprehend that, he did not understand that he could directly talk only about benefiting the people in terms of making them into devotees. His siddhant was that, okay, let me help all kind of people in all different ways. So his thought process was like that. And people in the world, they want a reason to enjoy material world. And you gave them the reason. People in the world, what they want. In the name of religion also, in India also, you know what, there are so many different festivals are there. Ganesh Pujan. You know, the origin of this Ganesh festival, which has been celebrated, is a political reason. When the Britishers, when they were ruling India, at that time they needed a reason to congregate. And so they started this Ganesh Pujan festival. So Ganeshji was worshipped for 10 days, 11 days, and that gave a reason to people to bring together. Same, this is because that is not actual tithi of Ganesha's birth. The actual tithi of Ganesha's birth is different. But they needed a reason. Same with Durga Puja in Kolkata. They wanted a reason. In the name of the religion, they wanted to do sense enjoyment. And what happens in Ganesh festivals these days? People smoke, people drink. At the night, in the Ganesh festivals, they sit behind Ganeshji and drink. They collect money in the name of Ganesh. They put a pandal. They have 3 to 4 times artik. They offer bhoga to him. In the night, they sit behind Lord Ganesha and they drink. They eat flesh and they drink nicely. Am I wrong? And they dance. And then, while bringing Ganesha and while sending him back, their culture is very unusual. How do they send him back? They send him back and damn, deity of Lord Ganesha, they put in water. Bye-bye. You came, you gave us money, you gave us the reason, you gave some opportunity for us to sense enjoyment. Now your job is done. You go to the water. Tup. And then they also sing, Ganpati Bappa Moria Pudcha Varshi Laukar Ya. Next time also please come early. They sing that. And while bringing Ganesha and while putting him back, what they do? They dance. On what? On music. Hollywood and Bollywood music. And this is the Ganesh festival. And who is the Ganesha? He is an Acharya. Who wrote Mahabharata? Ganesha. Who wrote Bhagavad? Ganesha. Huh? There is a Vedavyasa's Gufa and there is Ganesh Gufa also in Badrikashram. There are two Gufas. So Ganesha had an equal role. He is an Acharya. He is worshipped as a Vaishnava there in Badrikashram. And what do we do in the name of Ganesha here? So the point is that people want to use religion for their own sense gratification. And that's what Vedavyas to Mahabharata, he gave them the opportunity in the name of Dharma, Artha, Kama and Moksha to do sense enjoyment. So human form of life which is obtainable after 1.25 crore years, people are going to use that like hogs and dogs. That was the point. The personality who wrote Vedanta Sutra, Brahma Sutra, he was not satisfied with his own work. And we think that after studying the Vedanta Sutra and Vedas, we will be able to find Krishna in that. We will not be, because we are not that elevated to understand this subject matter. Now Vedavyas, very humbly, he said, Gurudev, whatever you have said about me is perfectly correct. Yes, despite of doing everything for the benefit of the people, I am not satisfied. And therefore I am asking you please tell me the root cause of my dissatisfaction. Because you have unlimited knowledge. And you are offspring of Brahma. You are an Acharya of Bhakti. You travel across the globe. Narad Muni is a personality who doesn't need visa to travel to any part of the universe, including Golok Vrindavan. He doesn't need. He's the only person probably who doesn't need a visa, doesn't need anybody's permission. He's respected even in the assembly of Hiranyakashipu. He's respected by the gopis of Vrindavan. He's respected by Ravana. He's respected by everybody. So, Naradji was a very special personality. And everything mysterious is known to Naradji. There is nothing which Naradji doesn't know. Why? Because he worships the Lord. He is serving the Lord 24 hours. So he is like Paramatma in one sense. He knows everything. And Vedavyas is saying that like the sun, your goodness can travel anywhere in the three worlds. There is no stop. There is no way people can stop you. Please, therefore, Gurudev, Naradji, can you please find a fault in me and correct me, chastise me? Now this is the disciple. He said Vedavyas is also exhibiting how to become a Sadashishya. We go to the spiritual master and what do? We, instead of taking association from him, we are asking him mundane questions. Sadhus, they are not interested in our mundane questions. They are pleased when somebody inquires about them, genuine inquiry about their own benefit. So Vedavyas is setting an ideal example here of becoming a true disciple. And disciple means he needs discipline in life. He should be ready to get chastised by sadhus. But these days, the disciples, they don't want chastisement. Nobody wants chastisement these days. Even though they are wrong, they know they are committing mistakes, but still they don't want to be corrected. They want to prove that I am right, Gurudev. You are wrong. These days, the disciples are Guru and the Guru is disciple. These days, the disciple doesn't ask for instructions. They go and inform the spiritual master what they want to do. This is the story of everyone's life. So, I include myself also in this. I'm sorry, I'm very open. I'm not perfect. So I'm also like that sometimes. So, please find a deficiency in me. Despite my being absorbed in transcendence under disciplinary regulations, and I'm following everything so strictly, but why is my problem? Why I'm despondent? Why I'm dissatisfied in my heart? Now Naraj is going to begin. Arjuna, when he told Krishna, I want to see who all have come to fight with me. Krishna said, okay, let me take you. So Krishna took the chariot. Now, both the armies have blown their counsels. That means after counsel is blown, it's only one thing left. Shoot. Fight. There is nothing left. After counsels are blown, what happens is just fight. They just fight. After that, there is no communication. But here, after the counsel was blown, Arjuna is saying, I want to see. Krishna says, okay. And the universal boss drives the car in the middle of the army. And Krishna stands up and looks at the Kauravas army and tells, oh, this is Bhima, this is Bhishma Dev, this is Dronacharya, this is your kaka, this is your mama, this is your uncles, so many things. Lord Krishna points out each one of them, and Arjuna, by seeing Bhishma Dev, by seeing Dronacharya, he becomes emotionally disturbed. That I have spent time with Pitama Bhishma, and now I am here to fight with him. Dronacharya taught me how to pick up the bow and arrow, and now I am going to fight with him. He is saying, Krishna, I cannot fight with these people. He said, why? Because these people are my well-wishers. These people are my well-wishers. Bhishma Dev and Dronacharya and Kripacharya and this and that. I am indebted to them. And you want me to fight with them? Krishna, did you ever think of fighting with Sandipani Muni? Your guru is Sandipani Muni. Will you go and kill him like that? And you are telling me that I should go and kill Dronacharya? I do not want this kingdom. I don't want this. I cannot fight Krishna. And Arjuna was getting, his bow was falling from his hand. Gandiv. That Gandiv which Arjuna was proud of was falling from his hand. And Krishna was saying, okay, if you don't want to fight, shall I declare? Shall I tell Yudhishthir Maharaj, Yudhishthir, Arjuna doesn't want to fight. He wants to go. So let's close the chapter. Sorry guys for coming here. It was a waste of time. All of you from all over the world, you came here. It was such an endeavor. All good. Let's go back. Let Duryodhana remain the king. All of you can live in the forest. What is the problem? Is it okay? Should I just announce that? And at that time, Arjuna is saying, I'm bewildered, Krishna. I'm bewildered. Karpanya dosha pahata subhava. Prushyamitam dharma sammuda chetta yashya yashanishitam bruhitan me shishyasteham shadi mam tam prapannam. Now friend is now becoming a disciple. So Krishna smiled then also. Krishna at that time smiled. And then he stood up and started chastising Arjuna as a guru, as a spiritual master. Krishna Mande Jagat Guru, he is the original guru. So Krishna started chastising Arjuna. You fool. What do you think of himself? So same. Narad Muni is smiling. When Narad Muni came to Vedavyas, Narad Muni was smiling. Smiling at what? At the ignorance of his disciple Vedavyas. In our ignorance, we think that we are doing so many things, so many good things. We are doing for the welfare of others. Yes, we also think like that I am doing this, everything perfect. But from the vision of a sadhu, that's why it is always good to conduct our life under the guidance of sages. Previously, when even the kings, when they had to take decisions, Amrish Maharaj, for example, right? There used to be a Brahmanical body. Any decision they used to take, always that decision used to first go to that Brahmanical body. They used to take a call on that, and there they used to submit a report to the king that this is what we think, now you take a decision. And based on the decision of this Brahmanical body, the king used to take a decision. Same happened in the incident when Dhruva Muni came there. And Amrish Maharaj was supposed to break his fast, so he consulted the Brahmanas, and the Brahmanas suggested drink water. So Amrish Maharaj drank water. So this should be our life as well. There is no harm in having spiritual masters. I'm using the word masters, S, because one person can have many people in his life who can help him. So we should only know for a particular situation, I should approach which personality. That is what important. But we need direction, we need help, we need guidance at every moment. And that's how the life should be. So here Naradji, he's chastising that you have not actually broadcasted the sublime and spotless glories of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And that philosophy which does not satisfy the transcendental sense of the Lord is worthless. So the first statement of Narad Muni, and we'll continue tomorrow. Any questions? We can take them now. First.
Bhagavad Gita is part of the Mahabharata.
Yes,
and
yes.
Bhagavad Gita is full of bhakti. So
Bhagavad Gita is full of bhakti only because of Bhaktivedanta purports. Okay. It was because I'll tell you practical example. When Narad Muni made Bhakti Devi on the banks of Yamuna in Vrindavan, right? There is an incident in Padma Puran where Bhakti Devi had two sons, Gyan and Vairagya, knowledge and renunciation. They were old. They were sleeping on her lap. There were 100 ladies. They were all rivers. They were serving Bhakti Devi. And Narad Muni happens to reach there. At that time, Narad Muni asked her, "Who are you?" And then she introduced him, Bhakti and this and that, everything. And Narad Muni expresses, "Yes, your situation is because of the Kali Yuga." And that time, Narad Muni was requested by Bhakti Devi that please help me. So Narad Muni recited the Vedas, recited the Upanishads, recited everything. He also recited the Bhagavad Gita to Jnana and Vairagya, and they did not wake up. They just yawned after hearing Bhagavad Gita. They woke up, yawned, and they again went back to sleep. I said this same point in Bhaktivedanta Manor in few years back, and there was a devotee got very unhappy because but I said this is the fact. Bhagavad Gita as it is, which we are getting, as it is means the intention with which the Bhagavad Gita was taught to Arjuna, right? With that intention, An Acharya has understood that intention and wrote a devotional purport to every shloka of the Bhagavad Gita. But if you see, when you see Bhagavad Gita with the purports of A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, it will be a devotional literature. But if you remove the translations and remove the purports of His Divine Grace, and then put Bhagavad Gita as a part of Mahabharata, and then you will only say one thing, it's a khichadi. Means, in Mahabharata, there is a lot about dharma, artha, kama and moksha, right? So it talks about everything. It talks about the economical development. It talks about so many things. So this is also, this 18 chapters also part of that. By reading Mahabharata, one will not come to the conclusion that sarva dharman parityaja mamekam sharanam vraja. The conclusion is something else. Srimad Bhagavatam is different. And Srimad Bhagavatam begins with dharma projita kaitavatra paramo nirmatsaranam satam. Vedavyas is saying in the second verse itself, in this book, there is no kaitab dharma. This book only talks about pure devotional service. Okay. But Mahabharata is not like that. That's why he specifically mentioned that after doing Mangalacharan, the first verse, first 3 verses are the Mangalacharan, but after offering respects to Lord Krishna, immediately said that this book is free from Kaitab dharmas. Dharmas of the body, dharmas of the mind. In this book, we are going to discuss only about Bhagavad Dharma. Bhagavad Dharma means the dharma which has been told by the Bhagavan. Bhagavan, dharma which the Lord propagated it. Yes, Prabhuji. You raise the hands.
No, I just...
Okay.
Okay, my question, thank you for your wonderful lecture. My question rests on the basis of the previous question, and maybe I'm wrong because I read the book of Mahabharata, but also I watched that series Mahabharata. Maybe I missed because that was not exactly the same. But there, as far as I remember, there was a description about the pastimes of Lord Krishna in Vrindavan. So how is it, maybe I'm wrong, because in the written form of the Mahabharata, maybe there was not there. I don't know, but if it's so, it gives a different...
They put that Krishna Janma Leela because in the serial, because the main character in Mahabharata is, for them, is Lord Krishna. I mean, that's why they revolved around everything, so they had to show that Bala Leela also, Krishna's pastimes also. Just like when we explain about how Shukdev Goswami and Maharaj Parishit met. So we explain about Shukdev Goswami, we explain about Maharaj Parishit, and then they met, their meeting point. Similarly, though, they also everything revolved around Krishna in their serial. So they have to put that. But the real hero of Mahabharata is Vedavyas. If you see from the Mahabharata's point of view, then the real hero is Vedavyas. He has, in that serial, so many tasks which Vedavyas did, it has been given to Krishna. That Krishna did this, but actually it was done by Vedavyas. Vedavyas is the hero of Mahabharata. Yes. Any other questions? Okay. Good. Thank you. I am eagerly waiting for Madhurya Kadamini. Hare Krishna. Granthra Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Srila Prabhupada Ji Maharaj ki jai.